Imagine you're taking a refreshing swim in the ocean. You enjoy the cool water and are invigorated by the exercise. After a while, you start swimming back to shore. You swim for a couple of minutes and realize something is wrong. You're not getting any closer to the shore. You're caught in a riptide. You swim even harder, but it's not doing any good. You're getting very tired, and you start to panic. You realize you might die. You start to drown. All of a sudden, you feel a strong arm take hold of you. The man on the beach saw you drowning. You're being pulled closer and closer to the shore as he swims with all his might. As you enter the shallow water, he starts to carry you. He lays you gently on a sandy beach. You're alive. But the man who saved you clenches his chest. The effort of the rescue was more than his heart could take. He suffers a heart attack and dies on the spot. He gave his life to save yours. A few days later, the man's widow calls you and invites you to a memorial service in honor of her husband. How do you respond? I'd really like to go, but my daughter has a soccer game that day. Sunday is my day to catch up on sleep. Memorial services are boring. I can honor your husband in my own way, by thinking of him during the commercials of the football game. Of course, you wouldn't say any such thing. You would arrange your schedule to attend the memorial service. You would dress appropriately, arrive early, and listen attentively to learn more about the man who saved your life. You would participate in the service to show your gratitude for the great sacrifice that was made and the great gift you received. On the night before Jesus died to save humanity from sin and eternal death, he shared a meal with his friends. He took bread and told them, "This is my body given up for you." He held a cup filled with wine and said, "This is my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many for the forgiveness of sins." He told them, "Do this in memory of me. Do this in memory of me." When Catholics gather to celebrate Mass on Sundays, they are faithful to the Lord's command. Another name for the Mass is Eucharist, which means thanksgiving. We give thanks to God for the gift of eternal salvation in the way that He asks us to. The reason why we celebrate the Eucharist on Sundays is because Sunday is the day that Jesus rose from the dead. It is the day of new life when His love renews creation. God doesn't need our thanks, but we need to thank Him. Jesus is present at Mass in a unique way. If we participate with the right attitude, Jesus enlightens our minds and nourishes our souls with His Word and His very self. Are you a Catholic who hasn't attended Mass in a long time? Come home to the family meal. Come to give thanks and be fed by the Lord. Discover the beauty and power of the Mass. Before receiving communion again, make a good confession. Jesus waits in the confessional, in the person of the priest, to forgive your sins and reconcile you to the Church. He died to save you from hell. He loves you and wants to live in you. He says, "Do this in memory of me." How do you respond?